Hey ladies, welcome to S.L.A.Y Talks, where we curate an authentic space to talk mental health as it relates to the world we live in. I am so excited, you guys. We are back. It is 2020. How are you? What's up? My gosh, it has been so long since I've seen you guys. I am so excited. Look at our new space, right? It's amazing. And we are just so elated to come back and give you a whole new series. You guys have been hanging on from hashtag no shame in my walk to hashtag for color girls only, and last year's final series, hashtag blackout gold in. And over 80 of you came out and celebrated with us at our first gala. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. And I just want to first start off this series by saying thank you to everyone that came, that supported. From that gala, we were able to start off with our initial funding of $1,000 to go into our funding for our single moms scholarship program. But let's get to it, you guys. I'm so excited. And I got my notes. You know I'm going to have my notes because I get off track. I get talking to y'all and I get distracted. And so this year, we're talking about hashtag revision 2020. This topic came to me as I was preparing to go into 2020. It was about end of December or so, and right after the holidays, like, man, everyone's asking, what's your resolution? What's your resolution? And, I was just like, I don't want to make no resolution. For what? I keep making them, and half of them work, and the other half, I don't even start them. So I wanted to do something different. I'm like, well, I haven't really, achieved the resolutions that I've had in the past. So what if I revision them, right? There was something that didn't spark me enough. There was something that created a barrier or a blockage for me to really take that resolution and complete it or even start it. And so instead of starting a resolution, girl, we revisioning 2020 up in here. And the best way that I could really see that, I was like, what is revision? I was like, well, we get vision tests. That's the best way to relate this. So we're going to be talking about revisioning 2020 in a way that if we were to go get glasses or contacts, that it would be relatable to that. We're going to start with, or this month's topic of visual acuity. And this is when you get to really see how when you go to the eye doctor, you have to see the little letters on the chart or whatever, and she would be like, oh, what's the letter is this? What letter is this on this line? That's the visual acuity test. And so I'm going to start by giving you guys the definition of visual acuity. So visual acuity is sharpness of vision measured by the ability to discern letters or numbers at a given distance according to a fixed standard. I'm going to give that to y'all one more time because I know you're taking notes. If you're not, go get your notebook real quick. You got 10 seconds. Okay, cool. Sharpness of vision measured by the ability to discern numbers and letters at a given distance according to a fixed standard. We got it? Okay, cool. If not, go on Google. It's there. It's going to be the first thing that pops up. There are 4 points in this definition that we're going to break down over the course of this first month of the series through the month of February. And the first part is sharpness of vision. The second part is discern letter or numbers. The third part is distance. And the last part is fixed standard. Sharpness of vision is how sure are you about the vision that you've set for yourself to begin with? Like, was your vision sharp enough, or were you copying off your homegirl? Let's be real. Did you have a clear understanding of what your purpose was? Did you really know that that is the vision that you have for yourself in the year ahead or the 2 years ahead? Then we have the fixed standard. Everyone has a standard for life, but we find it so often that we're constantly comparing our standard to the standards of the Beyoncés and the, Kim Kardashians and the Nicki Minaj's of the world. And their standard is not our standard, sis. And it's okay. It doesn't have to be. So we've got to fix our own standard. We can use them as inspiration, but we've definitely got to get a fixed standard for ourselves. Then we have distance. Let's be real. We cannot make a resolution and say, I'm going to lose 150 pounds this year. Sorry, girl, it ain't happening. Unless you're going to have surgery and that's the plan. Let's be real about how long it's going to take to achieve our goals. Making sure that you're really putting in all the other aspects of your life. Being a mom, being a wife, being a sister, being a daughter, being a coworker, being a student, all the other titles that you have, and making sure we're measuring out the actual time frame it's going to take for us to achieve that goal. Maybe the vision in 2020 is that there is a larger vision that's going to take 2 to 3 years, but you're going to focus on part 1 to get to that bigger goal. This is why we got to break all of this down. This is just the surface. And then finally, discerning letters and numbers. Instead of letters and numbers, I want you to discern the people and situations that are going to project how your vision looks. How are people and situations going to affect what that vision turns into? Because there are boyfriends, there are girlfriends, there are best friends that are going to always come into your situation, and they're going to curate something that you don't need to repurpose your vision. This week, we're going to be talking about the fixed standard. I've given you guys the basis of what we're going to cover over the next couple of weeks for the first part of this series, but fixed standard is what we're going to focus on today. I can say from personal experience that my fixed standard has typically been shaped by family expectations, societal expectations, and friend expectations. And our fixed standard is not supposed to look like somebody else's. And a lot of times what I find in the therapy room is there's a lot of comparison that happens. Oh, this person is married and has kids and has a business and owns a car and owns a home. And then they make that narration their own fixed standard. And you've got to change that. I think it's okay for us to look at others, look at their accomplishments, look at their goals, and say, wow, I want to get there. But how they got there, how fast they got there does not have to be your standard. And I am definitely guilty of it. There have definitely been moments where I'm like, wow, sis is like 27. She's already on the radio. She hasn't even gotten her license as a master's, in clinical counseling. Like, she just literally graduated from her bachelor's degree and she's got like 30,000 followers on the radio and is talking mental health. How? And there's this comparison that happens. And I just had to take a step back and go like, wait a minute. Her standard is not my fixed standard. She isn't a mom. She hasn't gone through the struggles that I've gone through. So our standards would never be the same. A lot of times we see our Black women and young girls trying to live up to the standard that everyone else around them is setting. Oh, I got famous off of Instagram. Oh, I'm a singer. Oh, I'm a dancer. Oh, I'm this, famous, successful person. And we think that we have to get to that point. And maybe that's just not the standard that has been set for us. Recognizing that who you are and who you were created to be is just enough is going to be the first step to creating your fixed standard. When you can wake up every morning and say 3 things you're grateful for, you can create a new fixed standard for yourself. So if you're not doing it already, sis, I want you to do that for the next week until we meet again. Every morning, I want you to write down or speak out loud 3 things that you're grateful for yourself. And I promise you, you will start to see that your standard is even better than the chick to your left or your right. Your standard is even better than what your family expects from you. Your standard is going to be beyond what society thinks it'll give you. And you'll have a new foundation to living your purpose. So start by doing that. 3 things you're grateful for. And don't choose more than one physical body part. Because, girl, we all got the curves and we all got the fly hair and our lips be popping because that's our culture and that's our people. But I want you to try your best to find the things about yourself. Resilience. Your ability to keep going, your ability to get up when every time you fall, most wouldn't, and you do. Like, find those things that allow you to keep going, and let those be the things that you're grateful for. Not the fact that you got the new Ivy Park collection, or you about to get this brand new Birkin bag when you get your tax refund check. Find a standard that you can live with every day. And remember, there are amazing women out here, and they are awesome to look up to, and they're amazing mentors, but don't let their standard become your standard. Allow their standard and what they put out there to be inspiration, but don't let it be the exact thing. There's only one Beyonce. There's only one Lauren. There's only one you. And so your standard will never be mine. So take the time over the next week, it's homework time, ladies, and figure out, what is my fixed standard? I'm going to let you guys know what my standard is for 2020. My fixed standard is to truly love myself, to dive into my business, and to find a healthy regimen that works for me, which means I ain't going to be doing everybody's workout plan, so don't send me none. And I'm not going to have everybody's diet or eat everybody's protein, but I'm going to try something, and I'm going to see how it goes. And my standard for my health is, if I achieve it, great. If I don't, I'm still the bomb. So I want you to have that type of purpose and standard fixed for yourself. If you're in the chat right now, we have some of our S.L.A.Y board members in the room. We want to know, what is your fixed standard? We would love to hear back from you. We'll be posting on tomorrow our Friday post, and we want to hear your Feedback Friday. And let us know, what is your fixed standard? What are 3 things that you're grateful for that day? Let us know how it goes. We're so excited to continue this series with you guys. I'm so glad you guys checked in with us. I'm just like popping. I'm so ready. So we'll be back next Thursday, 7 p.m., same time, same place, Facebook Live and YouTube Live. We thank you so much for coming in. If you haven't checked out our website, you can go to www.stoploveandaffirmyou.com. If you're not following us on Instagram, you can follow us at YOU_S.L.A.Y. And if you're not following us on Facebook, go to our Facebook page, www.facebook.com/YouSlayISlay. See you guys next time. Interested in learning more about S.L.A.Y and what we're doing in the Chicago community? Click the links down below to our Facebook and Instagram page. Turn on the notifications. We don't want to miss you.